Hello, scholars, and welcome to today's science lesson. Like I said earlier in the week, today we're going to be doing a quick experiment to practice all that we've been learning about with solids, liquids, and gases, and understanding physical and chemical changes. And the first thing we're going to do is quickly review our liquid properties. So let's go ahead and take a look at these because we're going to need them today when filling out our worksheets. We have transparent. This means that we can see straight through the liquid. We have viscous. This means that the liquid moves slowly. Foamy, bubbly, translucent. Remember, that means that we cannot see through the liquid, and has color. So today we are going to be doing an experiment about crystallizing a liquid. So we have 3 different questions that we're going to be asking today, and we're going to be using the scientific method. And the scientific method is a method that scientists use when they have a question they're trying to solve, and they make a hypothesis. And a hypothesis is an educated guess. So based on information that they know already, they're going to make a guess about what's going to happen with a certain experiment or how to solve a certain problem they have. And then they test their hypothesis, so they do an experiment, and they record the results, so they record what happened, and they make a conclusion. And a conclusion is whether their hypothesis was correct or not, or they answer the questions that they had at the beginning of the experiment. And in our experiment today, we have 3 questions. Our first question is, how will the crystal solution change? So we're going to be taking a look at a crystal solution and figuring out how is it going to change. Is it going to change from a liquid to a solid? Will it change from a liquid to a gas? Will it change color? Those are the types of answers we want to try to figure out. The next question is, how long will it take for the crystal solution to change? So we also want to think about how long is this change going to take? And what state of matter will the crystal solution change to? So like I said, will it change from a liquid to a solid? Or will it change from a liquid to a gas? Or maybe it doesn't change at all. So these are the 3 questions that we're going to be looking to answer in this experiment. So before we make a hypothesis, I want to show you what the crystal solution looks like. So here we are. Here's our crystal solution in this bag. Go ahead and take a look at it. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you here. There we go. So take a look at the solution there. And then go ahead and you can draw it in this little circle here and make sure you label what it looks like. And as you're taking a look at the solution here, think about what your answer is going to be for this. So take a guess what your answers are going to be. How do you think the crystal solution here will change? How long do you think it will change? Do you think it will change from a liquid to a solid, or a liquid to a gas, or do you think it won't change at all? And go ahead and write your guess here in this box. Again, go ahead and pause the video so that you can write down your thoughts. All right, now that we took a look at the solution here, now we're going to test the hypothesis. Now, we won't be able to see the results today. We're actually going to take a look at our experiment tomorrow in tomorrow's video, and we're going to figure out, was our guesses correct? What happens with that solution? And we're going to write down our results and make our conclusions. But go ahead and follow along with me as I conduct the experiment. We have a couple of different materials here that we're going to use. We have a little unicorn here, some eyeballs there. That's what our unicorn looks like. We're actually going to try and grow crystals on the unicorn. So we're going to make a crystal unicorn. And the next thing I have is this little testing tray. I'm going to be putting the unicorn on top of this, and then I will be pouring this liquid solution inside the tray. And the liquid is going to be absorbed by the unicorn's body, so this paper-like material. The water is going to travel up from the base here, all the way up. And once we leave it for a little while, all the liquid should crystallize, and we should have some crystals on our unicorn. But we don't know how it's going to look. It might be a solid, or maybe all the water evaporates and it turns into a gas. Now, this is my first time doing this experiment as well, and I'm not too sure. So I'm making my own hypothesis on my own paper so that I can record the results and see if my answers were correct. Now, as I am pouring this, I'm going to be moving my computer so that you can see it down here next to me, because I don't want to hold this solution up, because it does say to keep away from your eyes and to wash your hands. So I'm going to be very careful with this solution because I want to make sure that I'm staying safe. So I'm going to go ahead and move my computer so that you can see this a little bit clearer. All right. So as you can see, we have our unicorn and it's inside this tray here. I'm going to go ahead and cut open my bag. I'm just going to open it a little bit. And now I'm going to pour the liquid into the tray here. And I want to make sure that the unicorn, the bottom of the unicorn, is touching the solution. I want to make sure that it doesn't fall over. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and move the computer a little bit closer so that you can have a better look. And as you are taking a look, go ahead and draw a line in this box here so that you can draw a picture of what the unicorn looks like before. And then after we test it, actually you can draw it here. You'll draw a picture of what it looks like before, and on this side, tomorrow we'll draw what it looks like after. So let me get a little bit closer for you. Alright, so here's what the unicorn looks like. You can kind of see the liquid at the bottom of the base there. And you can see the bottom of the unicorn is already starting to soak up that material. So go ahead and pause the video, and then in that box, go ahead and draw what it looks like. Alright, so now that we drew on this side of our box what the unicorn looks like now, I'm going to go ahead and put this in a safe place, and I'm going to leave it alone until tomorrow, and we'll take a look at it and we'll see what change happened with the liquid, and we'll see if the crystals were able to form or not. And then we'll record our results on the bottom here, and then we will write our conclusion. Alright, again, go ahead and rewind the video if you need to take a better look at the unicorn and the solution, and push pause whenever you need to. Be sure to use our vocabulary here when you are describing what the unicorn looks like now, and what the liquid looks like now, and then we will see if the solution tomorrow looks the same. I hope you guys had a great day in science today, and I'm really excited to see what our experiment looks like tomorrow.